Happy Thursday, everybody. It is 8 p.m. and time for the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club's Thursday Night Net. We are N50AK located in Austin proper. And my name is Ray, call sign K5BZI. I will be your net control operator this evening. It is a controlled net, meaning that stations should refrain from transmitting until designated check-in or comment times. But it is, in fact, an open net, meaning that you do not have to be a club member to join our nets. In fact, we encourage any and all licensed amateur radio operators to do so. The net is a service of the N50AK Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, and I am coming to you tonight on our flagship repeater. The 147.320 is the frequency with a tone of 114.8. We are permanently connected to our machine out near Johnson City at 147.250 with the same tone, 114.8, as well as our 440 machine, which is located on the University of Texas campus at 441.775. If you'd like to see a complete list of all the machines that are connected to us this evening, go to our website at n50ak.org and click on the All-Star tab, where you can see that we are, in fact, connected to those machines I mentioned, as well as the University Link system, KA5D. Thank you, Kyle, for connecting us up to that. That system is not as big as typically is. Its footprint is a little bit limited due to some technical issues, but we're glad to have their machine, their 440 machine at 441.325 connected. And let's see, where else we got tonight? Looks like we got, as always, K5TMT up in Leander. Matt, and of course through him, John, KE5RS connected at 441.600. And looks like we got the guys up in Buffalo, New York, Tonawanda, KC2KOO. Thanks for connecting up tonight, guys. Always great to see you. And let's see, it looks like we've got Pueblo, Colorado at Whiskey 5 Alpha Lima Charlie, and connected as well. So that's good news. Glad to have you. Don't forget, if you're in our local system, please set your tone to 114.8 if you'd like to participate. Other tones and connect information can be found on the associated websites for those systems that are connected. We got a good one for you tonight. Looks like Cody, Kilo India 5 Yankee Lima Sierra, is going to do our news tonight. We've got Steve on the questions, KI5UKF. Thanks, guys, for backing me up tonight. Of course, we're going to check in with the president and social events coordinator extraordinaire, WZ5BBS, as well as president. He's also the president of the club. And I think hopefully if Sky joins us tonight, KI5... wow, I just went blank on Sky's call sign. But anyway, he put out a Fox last weekend, so we should have some Fox Hunt news as well. But before we get into all that, I'm going to do short-time check-ins. Short-time check-ins are those that don't have long with us this evening and would like to get their name and call on the log and then jump on out of here to go take care of whatever business that they've got. I like to do those right away as the net opens so that they can get in and out. So if you'd like to follow along, by the way, with my check-ins, go download the application called NetLogger. It's free on the internet, and when you get it installed, click the big blue button that says Select Net, and look for OHARC Thursday Night Net. And finally, if you'd like to join myself and others in the shack via live stream, we are streaming live on our Discord video channel. That is the Thursday Night Net down there at the video nets at the bottom. And you can join us in the shack. In fact, you do not have to have a camera. You're welcome to come lurk if you'd like. But myself, I'm streaming live, and others, we've got several others in there with us tonight too. So come check us out if you're so inclined, and come join the fun. All right, without further ado, don't forget, this is the N50AK Thursday Night Net. We're going to jump right into short-time check-ins. If you'd like to check in short time this evening, be sure to key the mic up and say, "This is," and then unkey to check and make sure you're not doubling with somebody. And if you don't hear anything else, go ahead and throw your call sign out there, and we'll drop you on the log. If you have nothing to share with us this evening, tell me no traffic when you check in, and I won't follow up with you at all. If you don't say no traffic, then I will go down the list and call on those who didn't say no traffic and check in with them just to say hi, but we won't take any questions or comments from everybody else. We'll just let you say hi and get on your way. So without further ado, if you'd like to check in short time tonight, come now with your name and call sign.
This is Kilo India 6, Hotel Quebec Tango, Ken in South Austin, no traffic.
That was a perfect check-in. Ken in Southwest Austin, no traffic. KI5HQT is on the log. Guys, if you'd like to check in short time, keep them coming. One after the next, I can keep up. If you want to check in short time, come now with your call sign, please.
This is KB5MPJ, Jason and Vita, no traffic.
This is Kilo India 5, Yankee India Alpha, Marshall in South Austin, no traffic.
All right. That recognizes Jason, KB5MPJ down there in Buda, no traffic. Thanks for checking in, Jason, man. I hope you have a great weekend. And Marshall in South Austin, Kilo India 5, Yankee India Alpha. Thank you, sir, for checking in. Have a fantastic weekend, and we will catch you next week. Anybody else want to check in short time? Short timers only. All right. Nothing heard. I guess everybody's sitting on their couch watching the NFL kickoff game tonight, which is on right now. Detroit and Kansas City. Pretty cool stuff. Been looking forward to football season for a while now. Anyway, all right. Well, that pretty much runs down our short time check-ins tonight. I haven't heard anything else, so we will move on to the agenda and check in with Steve, KI5UKF, for tonight's general class license pool exam questions. We like to ask questions from the license pool for the general class so that those licensees who are technicians can hear those questions sort of on the fly, which I think helps to sort of solidify those topics in their brain so they can pass the old test and open up a whole new perspective on amateur radio, as you general class licensees and above are fully aware. So, without further ado, Steve, KI5UKF, take it away.
Thanks, Ray, and thank you for running the net tonight, as always. We have an interesting development this week. We had a member who wishes to remain anonymous that said they would make a club donation of $25 tonight if, and only if, all of the answers to both questions are more than 50% correct. So each question independently, if it gets more than 50% correct information, the club can get a much-needed $25 donation. Having said that, we're going to have two questions tonight. These are both off of the general exam, and we're going to start out with each question. We're going to read the question and the possible answers, and we're going to start out with technicians only, and then we will open it up to anybody else that's participating tonight, general or extra, to give us your answers. And again, really looking for a good faith showing tonight on correct answers, because if we get more than half right on both questions, we get the club a little money. Our first question, and this is again for technicians only to start out with: what is usually considered to be the most important job of an amateur operator when handling emergency traffic messages? The possible answers are: A, alpha, passing messages exactly as written, spoken, or as received; B, bravo, estimating the number of people affected by the disaster; C, Charlie, communicating messages to the news media for broadcast outside the disaster area; or D, Delta, broadcasting emergency information to the general public. So if you're a technician only, please give your name and your call sign and your answer.
This is KG5 PKP. I'm going to go with A.
Other technicians only care to hazard a guess at this question. about what is usually considered to be the most important job of an amateur operator when handling emergency traffic messages. Come on now, technicians, with your name and your call sign.
My name is Jerry. This is Kilo Golf 5, Papa Kilo Papa. I will say A.
And Jerry, we have you down for A Alpha. Any other technicians want to take a shot at this one? All right, let's open it up. Any other class, including any technicians that just signed on, any other class want to answer, what is usually considered to be the most important job of an amateur operator when handling emergency traffic messages? A, passing messages exactly as written, spoken, or as received. B, estimating the number of people affected by the disaster. C, communicating messages to the news media for broadcast outside the disaster area. Or D, broadcasting emergency information to the general public.
N5SMO, Alpha.
Thanks for that, Alpha Bill. Anybody else?
VBS, put me down for the correct answer, please.
All right, Rusty, you're hurting the club's finances here. You going to give an answer or not? Over.
I did. I want the correct answer. Put me down for Alpha.
All right, anyone else? All right, and Alpha was the correct answer. When you are handling an emergency traffic message, the most important job usually for an amateur operator is to pass the messages exactly as written, spoken, or as received. And everyone tonight, all three of our brave souls, chose Alpha, and that is correct. So we have 100% on question number 1. So we're halfway home for that big $25 donation to the club. And again, even if Rusty had refused to give an answer, I think we would have been okay because we still had 2 Alphas and then Rusty's question mark. Moving on to our second question. What do FCC rules mean when an amateur frequency band is said to be available on a secondary basis? A Alpha, secondary users of a frequency have equal rights to operate. B Bravo, amateurs are only allowed to use the frequency at night. C Charlie, amateurs may not cause harmful interference to primary users. And D Delta, the FCC rules do not apply. Technicians only, please come now with your answer.
You dropped out there like 2 or 3 different times on the flagship machine and only heard a fraction of that N5SMO.
Give him just a second, guys. Looks like he's making adjustments and hoping that to accommodate for him dropping out. It looks like he's back. K5BZ, I hand it back over to you there. Steve, KF5UKF, take it away.
All right, let's try this again. Am I coming across now, network control?
Sounds good.
All right, let's give this second question a second try. What do the FCC rules mean when an amateur frequency band is said to be available on a secondary basis? A Alpha, secondary users of a frequency have equal rights to operate. B Bravo, amateurs are only allowed to use the frequency at night. C Charlie, amateurs may not cause harmful interference to primary users. And D Delta, the FCC rules do not apply. Technicians only first. Please come and give your name and call sign. Come on, Jerry, take a shot.
This is KG5, Papa Kilo Papa. I'm gonna go with C. C, Charles.
All right, thanks, Jerry. Any other technicians want to take a chance at this question? All right, then let's open her up. Anybody else of any other class care to answer?
Kilo India 5, Victor Golf November, Ken and Hewland. I agree with Jerry. It is C. November 5, Sierra Mike Oscar Bill, Charlie also.
BBS with a Charlie as well.
Call for answers on question number 2.
KI5 PZN with Charlie.
All right, good stuff, and congratulations us for earning a $25 donation, and thank you very much for the anonymous member, or not member, I guess I should say, who has been kind enough to make that donation. We can sure use it. All right, don't forget, guys, you are listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. N50AK is our call sign. My name is Ray, call sign K5BZI. I am your net control operator for this evening. We're in the middle of news and nuggets, so coming up next, let's see if I know Cody KI5YLS had volunteered to do news tonight. He's having some technical issues of his own. Let's check in with him and see if he's gotten those worked out. Cody, are you able to transmit tonight?
This is KI5YLS. I'm working on a weird system, so I'll try the best I can. I'm having to basically do it with my phone and read the news on my computer. But I do have it, so give me 1 second and I'll start the news.
Sounds good. You're sounding loud and clear there. Maybe a little bit, if you could give us a little bit louder voice, but other than that, yeah, we got you coming in just fine. So KI5YLS, take it away when you're ready.
All right, this is KI5YLS with the nightly news, or with the weekly news. Changes in the ARRL Louisiana section. Section manager of the ARRL Louisiana section, John Mark Robertson, K5JMR, has stepped down. He has held his role since April 1st, 2018. Robertson has been very active in the section and in Louisiana ARES. He held the emergency coordinator in both district and section emergency coordinator positions before he assumed the role of section manager. Matt Anderson, KD5KNZ, has been appointed to fill the remaining term, effective September 1st, 2023. Anderson has also held several previous positions in leadership, including Assistant Section Emergency Coordinator and Assistant Section Manager of the Louisiana Section. Let me get the second article up real quick. Climate change is affecting telecommunications infrastructure. Ham radio might be able to help. As Atlantic Canada gears up for another hurricane season after a year of unpredicted disasters, links to climate change, including post-tropical storm Fiona last September. Amateur radio operators say a simple technology can play a part in the response to disasters across the region. When Fiona hit Nova Scotia, it affected electrical grids and telecommunication networks, leaving some people unable to call for help. That experience in particular prompted a renewed interest in amateur radio, also known as ham radio, which allows non-professional users to send messages without requiring the internet or cell phone networks. I think it's kind of an unsung hero in communication that gets forgotten in the noise of disaster when it comes to, well, how do we get the message out? Said John Bignell, president of the Halifax Amateur Radio Club. Ham radio operators use a special designated set of frequencies, not the regular AM or FM radio signals, to exchange messages locally and around the world. They say the technology can help Nova Scotians respond to the increasing risk of extreme weather, as climate change forces a reckoning with communications infrastructure across the country. Communications failed following Fiona. When Lyle Donovan became Emergency Management Coordinator for Victoria County in 2008, the municipal's emergency plan included amateur radio, drawing on the experience of a local group. They were an older generation, but they were active in amateur radio, and we utilized them, he said. In time, that group petered out with no operators left in the county. Donovan removed the section on ham radio when he redid the emergency plan in 2016. What's the point in having it in our emergency plan if we have no operators, he remembers thinking. In the past, amateur radio held no appeal, Donovan said, but other forms of communication had become ubiquitous in the meantime, and amateur radio no longer seemed necessary. More to the point, Nova Scotia and Atlantic Canada, more broadly, already had a highly stable radio network, Donovan said. All frontline emergency services in the province use the trucked mobile radio system, which was put in place after the Swiss Air disaster of 1998. Donovan calls it the best communication systems in the world. So we got kind of complacent to think that we have the system. We have VHF, we have satellite telephone, and of course, we still have our cell phones. Not all of those systems are going to go down. Then, post-tropical storm Fiona struck. The day after the storm made landfall in the Providence, Donovan, who is a paramedic, woke at 5 a.m. to prepare for work. Attempting to turn on the TV, he realized there was no power. Turning to his phone, he found there was no cell service either, because the local radio tower was down. Local emergency services could talk to each other, but couldn't send messages out of the immediate area. That's when I knew we were in trouble, he said. Then, with communications interrupted, lo and behold, there was a cardiac arrest. The family of the victim was unable to call 911, while their neighbor was a RCMP corporal with a TMR radio. They were unable to call for help because they couldn't communicate with a wider network. Eventually, someone was able to get a message to Donovan via the local fire chief, but by then 40 minutes had passed and the victim couldn't be saved. I have a close personal relationship with the family, he said. We went on to discover that medical attention wouldn't have helped anyways, but it's just sheer fact that people were not able to call 911. In the aftermath of Fiona, Donovan said they started asking about how the situation could have been avoided and after connecting with a long-standing amateur radio club in Halifax, started looking to amateur radio. Somebody from my area could have called someone in the Halifax area, and then they could have called 911 for us to get emergency services rolling, he said. The Halifax Amateur Radio Club is one of the oldest amateur radio clubs in North America, dating back to 1932. Bignell first got interested in amateur radio as a teenager. He said its simplicity is part of its enduring appeal. The ability to build your own radio and then send a message that bounces around the atmosphere and be able to talk around the world with a simple little wire, it's kind of cool, he said. But amateur radio is more than a hobby, but it doesn't require a service provider such as a telecommunications company or extensive infrastructure. It can step in during the disasters when other systems fail. There's more on that, but I'm not going to take up the whole time. I'll send it back to Net, and I'll link it in the Discord.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, man. Interesting stuff. All the way back to 1932, man. That's a serious club they got out there in Halifax, and I'm sure when you get into the more northern reaches of Canada, that the ham radio probably definitely comes into real solid use for real communications for those folks that live out in the boonies up there. All righty. Well, thank you so much, Cody, KI5YLS, for those reports, and let me open it up and see if anyone's got any interesting news topics related to the ham radio hobby that they'd like to share with us tonight. Come now with your name and call sign if you do. All right, nothing heard. Well, let me ID real quick. You guys are listening to the N5OAK Thursday Night Net. We're the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, and we're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. with this net. We appreciate everyone who joined, and appreciate you refraining from transmitting until comment or check-in times. We're in the middle of our weekly agenda. Just finished up with the news, and now we're going to go check in with Sky N5LX and let him give us an update on this weekend's fox hunt. Sky, if you're so willing, would you jump in there and let us know how it went?
Yeah, man. Hey, Ray. This is N5LX. Okay, so I hosted this last week's fox hunt for the Labor Day weekend, and it looks like we had a really good turnout. As always, I really enjoy hosting. But anyway, the electromagnetic fox, I had it hiding in a park. And in the park there were these conspicuous yellow signs warning of rattlesnakes. So I thought that would make it kind of interesting. And if you check out the information I posted on Discord, there's a little poem that I composed for it to make it more fun, hopefully. Anyway, it was really hot, and I noticed that some folks went out a little bit later in the day, so hopefully they didn't get too scorched. But anyway, for this last fox hunt that started on September 1st, or no, wait a minute. Yeah. Here are the participants. I'm going to reset real quick. Here's a list of our successful fox hunters. We had Dirk, AF5WW, Mark, N5UMT. He's a really awesome hunter. Tony, KJ5AGH. Suzanne, KJ5AGI, William, KC6ARO, and the way he signed it in the logbook, it says RB, I think otherwise known as Rusty, WZ5BBS. We had Ernesto and Enrique, KI5PZN, and David, K7TVA. If I got any of those wrong, you can correct me maybe on Discord. Or you can even call in, I guess. Hopefully I got it right. But it was a really good turnout, and I hope everybody had fun. I enjoyed hiding the fox, and I hope you enjoyed the location and didn't get too hot. It's been pretty hot, so I've been kind of doing a fox hunt host every other week instead of every week lately. But hopefully it'll start cooling off. I'm going to reset again. So I am taking this weekend off as far as fox hunting hosting goes, but you can keep your eyes peeled on the Discord Fox Hunt channel to see if maybe somebody else decides to host one. And as usual, if you have yet to join a fox hunt but think maybe you'd like to give it a try, you can go to the n5oak.org website and look under the Fox Hunts tab to see if there are any up-and-coming hunts. Though I would actually recommend going to the N5OAK Discord site and checking out the Fox Hunt and Fox Hunt Maps channels for upcoming hunts and the usual online antics. Also, if you click on the pinned messages icon in the upper right of the page, you can find articles and videos on fox hunting techniques, instructions for building antennas, and how to make fox hunt maps, and a whole bunch more. Anyway, if you'd like to try your hand at fox hunting hosting, you can get in touch with Rusty maybe about borrowing the club fox hunt transmitter. The club has a transmitter. That Philip, AC5G, was so kind to donate. Hosting a fox hunt can be really interesting, I think just as much fun as the hunt itself, so I think more people should give it a try. Anyway, that's all, folks. This is N5LX. Back to you, Ray.
All right, Sky. Thank you very much, man, and thanks for all you do in the fox hiding department there, and definitely well-deserved weekend off for sure. And yes, guys, if you'd like to find out more or get involved in fox hunting with us, definitely go check out Discord. If you're not part of our Discord chat room yet, then definitely you're going to want to join that. It's a wealth of information, not only for fox hunting, but all kinds of things that have to do with ham radio and beyond. We've even got a cars channel on there, so and a grilling channel. Man, someone was grilling some burgers the other day and posted pictures on there, and man, they look good. So definitely to join us on Discord, you can do that easily. Go to a website at n5oak.org and look for a big purple button on the bottom left of any page. It'll link you to a place where you can request access. And once you follow the instructions on there about how to sign up with us, we'll get you authorized. And tonight's a good night to do it because pretty much all the admins, I believe, for the Discord site are on the net on Thursday night. So and we're chit-chatting on Discord as the net progresses. So we'll definitely see your request pop through. So if you'd like to join us on Discord, I recommend you do jump over there and get it done tonight. All right, let's see. Don't forget, this is the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. Service of the N5OAK Club down here in Oak Hill, just south of Austin. But we've got repeaters all around town. And if you just joined us, don't forget that you can join us via other machines. If you're having a hard time hitting one of our repeaters, go to the website n5oak.org, click on the All-Star tab, and there you can find a bubble chart of all of the systems that are linked to us on Thursday nights. Might be able to get in a little easier, especially if you're located north of town, way north of town, or way out in the Johnson City area. We've got a machine out there as well, so definitely go check us out there. We'd love to have you on. All right, well, without further ado, let's hand the mic over to our president and social events coordinator, Rusty WZ5VBS, and see what he's up to. He loves to talk, so let's go ahead and get it over there to him. Rusty, take it away, buddy.
Hey, Ray, everybody on the net, what's going on? Thanks, Sky, N5LX for the Fox News, and Cody, KI5YLS, and even Steve, KI5UKF, and the anonymous donor for tonight's questions. Here's a rule of thumb: if you want to get the question right, just follow Bill. N5SM knows everything, so just say what Bill says, and we're in the money. This week we got one new member and we got one new person with a call sign. Steve joined last week and he didn't have a call sign, and he got licensed on Saturday, took all 3 tests, and he is officially AI5ND. So welcome, Steve. He's in the Discord, and hopefully we'll hear him on the repeater soon enough. We have a new member this week, Robert, KJ5CIP. So welcome to both of them. And if you you would like to join, it is absolutely free. Just head over to n5oak.org and you can become a member absolutely free. While you're there, we've also got our N5OAK gear available. You can get our logo on coffee mugs and hoodies and t-shirts, anything and everything you want. And you can check out the new contest calendar as well. So for those of you who are new and don't know when what contest is where, you can find it on the website at n5oak.org. Our next club meeting is Saturday, October 21st. It'll be at the House and Branch of the Austin Public Library. All the details are on the website and in the Discord channel. After our next club meeting, Saturday, October 21st, we will have our next testing session. So if it is time to upgrade or get your buddy licensed, October 21st is the time. You can sign up online, guess where? n5oak.org. Just click on the Get Licensed tab, and you can sign up, reserve your spot, the whole bit. Everything can be done online. And if that's not enough, you can buy gear. We've got contest calendars. We have club meetings. We also have a tab for the new park potluck. We're doing that again this year, November 4th. Details on the potluck can be found in our brand new potluck channel on the Discord. That has all the links as well, and you can also do it online. That's where you actually sign up to let us know you're coming and what you're bringing. For those that don't know, the potluck, we've got fox hunts, we've got food, we've got parks on the air. It's at McKinney Falls State Park, and it'll be on November 4th. We'll have the group dining hall all day long. Last year was a ton of fun. The weather was absolutely awesome, so come hang out with us on November 4th. Looks like Sky's taking the weekend off. Thanks, Sky, for putting out all the foxes. I went last time, Ernesto, and I got totally screwed. We ended up cutting through the trees for about 6 miles, and man, so you gotta be careful which way you point those things. But we finally found it, and I didn't see any rattlesnakes. I found a lot of deer, but not a lot of rattlesnakes. If there is a fox hunt, we typically meet up for Old Man Breakfast on Saturday morning. It is super early, but 8 a.m. at the Waterloo Ice House on 183 in Burnet. That's where the Austin Amateur Radio Club has been meeting forever. So we go crash their party and have some breakfast and hang out with them, and then we go fox hunting. So even if you don't want to go fox hunting, if you don't, you just want to know about it, come hang out with us and have some breakfast at 8 a.m. It's super, super early. I would like to send a big shout out to our anonymous donation for the questions at the beginning of the net. The club has had a very expensive quarter. We had to put two repeaters back on the air. So any loving that you can send our way, we would certainly appreciate it. We are always welcome donations, and now they're tax deductible. So we can get you a little piece of paper and you can deduct them from your taxes if you are in said tax bracket. All the details can be found, guess where, online, n5oak.org. Just click on the donate tab. You can donate money all day long. We do Zelle, so we don't have to pay for processing or anything like that. The club is always looking for new net controllers, so if you would like to come hang out with us on Thursday and, be in charge and run the net, get with us online at Discord. And, of course, the easiest way to stay up to date is to subscribe to the official club calendar. You can do that on the website, n5oak.org. Just click on the calendar tab, and we'll throw it in the calendar. You'll have the potluck will already be in there anytime we make any changes, all the club meetings. And we have all of our stuff, plus the Austin Club. I mean, we've got everybody in there. So we've got stuff so that you can be radioactive all day long, all week long, and keep you busy on your radio. So go check out the calendar. It's always the top 3 page on the website. That's all I got. Ray, thanks for running the net, man, and we'll turn it back to you. K5BZI, WZ5BBS, back to net control.
Well, Roger. There goes Rusty, always trying to give away my job. But yeah, if you'd love or if you're interested in becoming a net control operator, we'd love to have you. It's quite a bit of fun, and it's not as tough as you might think. A good way to do it is to start off reading the news or doing questions, and that'll get you used to sort of the routine of it. So yeah, by all means, definitely. And you like to talk, man. I mean, you're a ham radio operator. We'd love to hear you talk. So let's jump on in here and help us out with the net. All right. Thank you, Rusty. Let's see if anybody else has any newsworthy or clubworthy type things that we should know about before we move on to regular check-ins. Anybody? Call signs now, please. Okay, nothing been heard, so let's jump right on into regular check-ins. But before we do, let me remind you to please keep the conversation clean and welcoming. We typically try to avoid topics of politics or religion. I should explain, if you're new to our net, the regular check-ins portion is our open forum. It's where we start conversations and ask questions and look for advice. Maybe you're looking to buy a new mobile rig and you've got your eye on one. Odds are somebody listening either owns that rig or has experience with it. You can reach out and say, hey, I'm looking at this rig. Does anybody have any experience with this? And I guarantee you'll get some feedback. There is a mass of knowledge all across the spectrum for all different aspects of the radio hobby and other things as well. I've picked up tips on how to work on my car from this net before. So if you got something interesting to ask or maybe something to brag about, maybe you just got a new radio and you want to brag about it, please do. We'd love to hear about it. Now's the time to do it. And again, don't forget to keep it clean. Try to avoid politics and religion. And again, you do not have to be a club member. In fact, just checking into our net makes you one officially, because we're a free club that relies on donations. Anyway, so we'd love to have you, especially if you're new to the hobby, new to the area, or just new to this net. By all means, please do find it in you to check in. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget that if you'd like to follow along with check-ins, you can do so by installing NetLogger. It's what I use to log check-ins. Look for OHARC Thursday Night Net when you start it up, and you can follow along. Don't forget that you can join myself and others live streaming in the Thursday Night Net channel on Discord, and I think I've got it all covered there. So without further ado, if you'd like to check into tonight's net, please do. I just need your name and call sign. Keep them coming. Let's go now.
This is Kilo India 5, Victor Golf November, Ken in Euland. This is November 5, Sierra Mike Oscar Bill, North Austin.
This is November 5, Lima X-Ray Sky in Oak Hill.
This is Kilo Alpha 5, Delta, Kyle, Austin.
This is
Kilo India 5, Kilo Alpha Tango, Stephen.
This is Kilo Golf 5, Papa Kilo Papa Mobile. My name is Jerry. I'm in Caldwell County.
This is Kilo India 5, Uniform Kilo Foxtrot, Steve in Dripping Spring.
This is November Foxtrot 5, Yankee, Brant, South Austin.
This is Kilo India 5, Yankee Lima Sierra, Cody, over in the great place, Fort Hood, Texas.
Well, all right. That sounded like a really good first round, so let's go to the top of the list there and check in with Ken, Kilo India 5, Victor Golf November in Euland, way out in Euland. Ken, what's going on, man? How's your week been?
Hey, my week has been very, very good ever since I got the radio back out. My wife Karen and I used to live in Austin and regularly listened to and partook of the trivia that used to be on Friday night. And then we decided to move, and that move consumed our summer, and the radio activity just went by the side. So, first of all, it is great to be back here at Oak Hill, and second of all, it is just thrilling me to no end that here I am just a few miles east of Kyle, and I am hitting the Leander repeater, and y'all can hear me, apparently. So, yeah, my week's been really good. That's my news. KI5, VGN, back to net.
Well, right on, Ken, man. Yeah, you're making it just fine. There's a little bit of hiss behind you, but you're perfectly readable. And we're glad to have you back. Congratulations on the new digs there, man. I hope the move wasn't too arduous. It's been kind of a hot summer for moving, I can't imagine, but I'm sure you guys are excited to be in a new place. And glad to have you back, man. Glad to hear the radio's working. Guys, we got Ken back with us, KI5VGN. If you'd like to come jump in and say hi, come now with your name and call sign.
This is Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie India Papa, coming in from South Austin. Hello, and thanks for the new membership.
Right on. Give me that call sign one more time. I wasn't ready for it.
This is Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie India Papa.
All right, Robert. Well, if you could stick around, I'll put you on the list here, and we will check in with you when we get down to you. And let me open it up one more time and see if anyone's got anything for Ken tonight. KI5VGN is here with us from out in Ulen. If you'd like to say hi or have any questions or comments, come now with your name and call. All right, nothing heard. Well, Ken, thanks for checking in, man. Good to have you back. Hope you get settled in if you're not already. And tell Karn we said hello. Moving next on the list would be Bill. That's N5SMO from up there in North Austin. Bill, how are things on your end town?
Hey, Ray, doing good. Thanks for running the net, and congratulations to the 2 new members with the new tickets. And, man, that just goes to show you, if you're going to take the test, go and take all 3. And, you know, even if you don't get all 3, at least you have the exposure to it and you know what to expect and how to study for it next time. But, man, congrats to all you guys. And I've just been enjoying this morning tropo, man. It's just been fantastic. This morning I picked up the longest APRS packet I've ever gotten, 418 miles away from somewhere out in East Louisiana, and also had a nice QSO with a gentleman on 2-meter simplex into Beaumont, and got into the repeaters down on the coast this morning without any problem whatsoever. So it's been pretty good. Usually lasts until about 9:30, almost 10 a.m. this morning. So yeah, if you get a chance, check it out. You might be surprised what you can hit. And that's all I've got, and I'll be sticking around here for a while and listening to what everyone else has to say. N5SMO, back to K5DZI and the group on the N50AK repeater.
Man, I guess I'm going to have to get up early tomorrow and try out some of that tropo, man. I've been watching the tropo channel on Discord, and you're right. And also, my APRS machine has also been picking up Louisiana. It looks like I got a northern Mexican station this morning as well. So, yeah, I need to get up a little early and take advantage of that. I haven't really put my 2-meter. That's what I was going to ask. Are you making these QSOs on sideband, or were they FM contacts on 520?
They were FM on 520 with a Comet GP3. You know, little what is it, like a 7-foot long vertical that's up at 18 feet. So. Yeah, nothing special really in the antenna department, and doing it on FM. And I heard some stuff on sideband. I was listening to 144-200, but my noise level is so high here on 2 meters, it's like S8, S9, that I wasn't able to pull them out of the noise.
Yowza. Okay. Sounds like my 40 meters. All right, sir. Well, thanks for sharing, and thanks again for all the updates you give us on propagation on Discord. It really is nice. And let's see if anyone's got anything for you out there. Guys, we got Bill here. N5SMO has joined us. If you'd like to come in and say hi or have any questions or comments regarding propagation or current long-distance 2-meter work, come now with your name and call, please.
Steve, KI5 UCAF.
Go ahead, Steve.
Hey, Bill. I was born and raised and spent like 40-something years in Beaumont. Just curious if you had anything about that contact, any information at all. It's kind of my hometown. It's not a particularly big town, about 100,000 people. Just thought maybe I might know the person.
Yeah, stand by here. Let me just go to the next page on the log. I got them in here. Where is it?
Bill's got so many contacts, it takes him a long time to find one.
Yeah, there it is. Nancy Victor 5 Echo, Ryan Jones.
All right, thanks. Well, congratulations for that contact. That's pretty awesome on FM. And anyway, congratulations. That's pretty cool. I don't know much about the troposphere, whatever thing you guys are talking about, but I'm sure I can go find the Discord channel and learn about it. So appreciate the introduction. Back to you, Net Control.
Tropospheric ducting. It's when the 2-meter signal gets up in the troposphere, bounces up and down in a narrow space, and then finally finds a hole and pops out somewhere, and just like a duct. And it's pretty cool when it happens. And lately, it seems to be happening a lot in the morning. So let's see if anybody else has got anything for Bill tonight, guys. If you'd like to say hi to N5SMO, come now with your name and call. All right, nothing heard, Bill. Thanks again for all you do, and we love having you on the nets. Thanks for checking in every week, and have yourself a great weekend, and we will check in with you next week. Next on my list is Sky, N5LX, our fox hiding master, if you'd like to, or Sky, come on in and tell us what you've been up to.
Hey Ray, thanks again for hosting the net. This is N5LX, and Bill, that Beaumont contact, that's pretty awesome. I think that's like 250 miles. That's cool. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. I finished putting together my custom HF mag mount for the car. I mean, basically I just bought the magnets and the connector, and then I have an aluminum thing to space the magnets a lot farther apart than the triple magnet mount that you usually buy. And I had to do that because the ridges on the roof of my car. But anyway, I got a chance to try it out today, and I made my first HF mobile contact on 20 meters, and it works really great. So I'm kind of looking forward to playing around with that some more. It's a Diamond monoband 20-meter antenna, and I've got a 10-meter antenna too. Don't have a 15 yet. Let's see, what else? I've been fiddling around with SDR and the Spectrum display on my desktop computer screen, and really enjoying that. I'm going to reset. I have one app called SDR Control. It's a new app for the IC7300, and it just uses the USB port. The refresh rate on the Spectrum display is kind of slow, but I like the layout. Unfortunately, the metering doesn't work, and I've been trying a bunch of different apps, and it's really kind of crazy. The metering will work on one, but then no audio, and on another one, maybe the metering doesn't work, but everything else works. And it's kind of a comedy of errors. I've been corresponding with the developers, but I don't expect any miracles. So since I really have enjoyed making contacts using the graphical user interface and the big screen, I'm working on trying to get a virtual Windows going on my Mac, which I use. I'm going to reset. I used to have a PC, but it died a couple of years ago, and I've just been using my Mac machine, the one that I had set up for music production and video editing, and it's a great machine. but I'm trying to get virtual windows going, and spent a whole bunch of time yesterday with VirtualBox, and I got it working up to a point, and then it just couldn't get Windows to load. So I think I may end up trying VMware or Parallels. But anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with that stuff, and hopefully learning in the process, and that's about it for, lately. This is N5LX. Back to you, Ray.
Well, that's some interesting stuff, man. Yeah, that sounds like a kind of a frustrating comedy of errors to have different issues with different pieces of software. What a hassle. But I'll tell you, I used to do mobile development on all platforms, and in order to produce apps for iPhones, you have to develop it on an Apple device. So Android and Windows you can do on Windows, but Apple you have to develop their mobile applications, or at least you did. It's been a while since I've done that on an Apple device, and I found that Boot Camp was by far the best way to load Windows on an Apple. But again, that's been a few years ago, but that was my experience. I tried Parallels in VMware, and they were just slow and clunky, and Boot Camp was my go-to. But that's my 2 cents, and let me open it up and see if anybody has any other thoughts on this. If you'd like to jump in there, guys, and come say hi to Sky and 5LX, come now with your name and call.
And 5SMO.
Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, Sky, hey, I just want to say that mount looks fantastic that you built. That looks like something that you could make a bunch of and sell and make a bunch of money off of. It really looks professional. And I want to ask you, what kind of SWR were you able to get with that antenna and that mount when you had it up on the roof of your vehicle there?
Hey Bill, this is N5LX for ID. That's a good question, and I was really kind of wondering. So I put my Nano VNA on it this afternoon and kind of played around with tuning it and tried some different things. It's a Diamond HF20CL, little vertical whip. It's got a center loading coil. When I first hooked it up, the tuning, the resonant frequency was kind of high, but the SWR was actually really low at resonance. So I extended it as much as I could. It didn't have a lot of extra play. With the set screws, I lengthened it as much as I could to get the resonance down lower. What I figured out finally is I took the little rubber boots off the magnets, where now it's just like that little felt. And so it's got better capacitive coupling to the roof, and that dropped the resonant frequency down. So to answer your question, it's like, where it's resonant, it's like 1-to-1. I mean, 1.1 to 1. It's really good. I was surprised, but it works well.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, I've had problem like tuning ham sticks and getting them, I mean, you can get a dip, but it wasn't that deep of a dip until you actually went in and started trimming out some of the part of the adjustable whip that was on the inside of the ham stick that protrudes down into it. And then finally that was what was able to help bring it down some once you get the overall length set right. Yeah, man, good. I'm glad that's working for you, and congrats there on the first mobile contact. I hope someday to be able to have some kind of mobile setup and try that out as well. Back to Sky and the net from N5SMO.
All right, anybody else got anything for Sky tonight? We've got N5LX with us here. Come with your call sign. All right, nothing heard. Well, thank you, Sky, and good luck. I'm glad to hear your antenna install went well. That's interesting about the grooves in your roof. You had to customize your own tri-mount. That's interesting stuff. All right, well, have a great weekend, sir, and we will catch in with you later on next week. Next on my list is Kyle, KA5D. Kyle, how you been, man? What's going on?
Hey, good evening. This is Kyle, KA5D. This week's big news, there's going to be a VHF contest going on this weekend. There are 3 of us from Austin that are going to be traveling to Toledo Bend to operate the K5QE contest station. which is pretty impressive. And the guy who runs that and owns it, his name is Marshall, and he's always looking for people that are interested in showing up, getting fed, getting housed, and operating radios from Saturday around lunchtime all the way until Sunday night. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'd encourage you to get a hold of K5QE at k5QE.com is the email, and see if he's got space for you on this or any other VHF contest. So you'll get to operate some world-class moon bounce, stations and things like that. It's pretty cool. Anyway, that's what we're doing this weekend. That's all I got. Back to net.
All right. Well, good luck, man. You guys, you're going to go out and work that station, but you're going to be mobilizing on the way there and doing rover on the way, right? Or is that, or no?
No rover this time. We're just going to, the deal is that if you want to play in that station, you show up at, there's a town called Hemp Hill is the closest thing. Show up at Hemp Hill Barbecue, 11 a.m. Saturday. And if you want to play, they'll feed you. And you've got a bunkhouse to stay in overnight. And, but no roving. We're just going to sit there and work the contest the whole time.
All right, yeah. Cool deal. Well, I am looking at his QRZ page, and some antennas that man has. Pretty cool. I kind of wish there was a picture of the shack, but the antennas are pretty impressive anyway. All right, sir. Well, have fun, and y'all have a safe drive out there. Looks like you were going to say something. Go ahead.
I'll post some pictures that I took on the contesting channel on Discord. It's impressive. Truly like $1 million station. Super cool.
Right on. Looking forward to those. All right. Well, like I say, good luck, and I think I will be able to sit in the shack at some point this weekend and maybe play VHF. In fact, I don't usually get to make that contest, but I think I might be able to make some contacts this weekend. So I'll try it out. As I was saying to Bill earlier, I have a 2-meter horizontal Yagi up on my tower that's rotatable, and I haven't really gotten to use it all that much, so maybe I'll stretch its legs this weekend. All right, let's check and see if anybody has anything for you tonight. Kyle, KA5D is here with us, guys. If you'd like to come say hi, come now with your name and call sign.
And 5SML.
Ed, Bill?
Hey, Kyle, I just noticed that you've been having a lot of gear that you were letting go from your station. I'm just wondering, are you redoing your station at home or changing the focus of what you're going to be doing next in the VHF UHF realm? I thought I heard you mention something about EME, and if so, what all does that entail as far as gear and antennas and 5SML?
Hey, Bill. Yeah, it's true. My tower is down right now, and I've taken all the antennas off of it for repairs and upgrades. But on the rover front, we've also done some upgrades on the rover to be able to rotate the beam mid-flight. And we're also configuring it so that we can stick on a mobile EME station and be able to do things like go to the beach and operate EME and go up to the mountains and rare grids and try to do moon bounce. So yeah, it's I won't get into the nitty-gritty, but it's probably one of the most technically challenging things that I've tried to figure out. So I'm just at the point where I'm about to make all the mistakes, I think, and we'll see how it works. But I've been selling things to pay for buying new things.
Roger that. Yeah, I can understand that. Well, man, keep us posted on how it's going. I'd just love to see what goes into a station like that and how to get a QSO, what it takes. N5SMO, back to KA5D on the net.
For those of you who are new to the hobby and might not know exactly what EME is, it's Earth, Moon, Earth. It's transmitting to the moon and bouncing the signal back to the Earth, and it's pretty cool stuff. I have not gotten to do or even experience any of it myself, and hopefully it's on my bucket list one of these days. At least I can be present when someone's doing it. But it's pretty cool stuff. I've read a lot about it. Earth, Moon, Earth, EME. So that's what they're chatting about. Anybody else have anything for Kyle tonight? KA5D is here with us. Okay, nothing heard. Kyle, thank you for stopping by, man. Have a great weekend, and good luck on the contest. Good luck, and have a safe trip out there. Let's see, who's up next on my list? I guess I should pull up NetLogger. I've been reading Discord and Googling things. Oh, it's Steven. KI5KAT is up next. Steven, how you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm doing good. This is KI5KAT. We're, going out of town this weekend, for a memorial service, so, not too good, but in the ham radio world, well, more like the radio world, because it's not technically ham, we're going to be putting up a repeater soon, with a little bit better coverage, so, that'll be in the commercial, P25 area, but, yeah, keep an eye out for that. That's my big project that I've been working on for a while, and finally coming to fruition, so, it's real nice. So, KI5KAT back to net.
Right on, man. Putting up a repeater. That can be a lot of work, I know, so good luck with that. And it's good to hear you jumping in there. Sorry to hear that you have to make a funeral trip this weekend, but, I hope you have a safe trip anyway, and it turns out to be a good weekend for you. Let's open up the floor to see if anyone's got anything for you tonight. We've got KI5KAT with us, guys. Steven is here. Come say hi.
And 5SMO.
Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, Steven, you mentioned that repeater was going to be in the commercial space. Is that something that you guys are going to be leasing radios to for customers to use on it? Or is it more or less just to experiment with, and you using the commercial license frequencies to kind of learn it? I would imagine it's probably to make money with it. And how'd you guys find a tower to host it? I'm just curious how that worked out. M5SMO.
Well, I can't really reveal my source yet for the tower space, but it's going to be open for experimentation for everybody, basically. If you have a radio that's compatible with it, and you contact me, and my colleagues will get you on the system. It's basically a legal way to experiment with trunked radio. So that's what we're trying to aim to have for the Austin area, is a trunked radio system that hams and even non-licensed people, because the commercial license, you don't need a license, you just got to have our license, to play around with. So, if you got a Moto, Harris, Tate, P25 radio that has a trunk and flash code on it, you're in.
Well, man, that sounds awesome. Just curious, if you're looking at used HTs with that kind of capability, what kind of money can you find that kind of stuff for?
Well, if you get the ones that aren't in the ham band, the 450 to 512 F splits by Motorola, you can usually find those for about $100 or $200. Of course, they're not going to do ham band, but they'll be a good 5 water. And from what I can tell from the maps that I've looked at for the frequency, it should be pretty much good coverage throughout all of Austin.
Well, cool, man. Good luck with your endeavor, and that's like a great new thing here to be bringing to Austin for people to get involved with. So kudos to you for that. N5SMO, back to net.
All right, cool stuff. Anybody else want to say hi to Steven? Come in here now with your name and call, please. Just when you think your list of to-dos in ham radio is can't get any longer, suddenly P25 trunking gets mentioned. Jeez, now I'm going to have to go down that rabbit hole. All right, thanks for stopping by, Steven, and good luck with that project, man. I hope it goes smoothly for you. Let's see. Let me do a station ID real quick. You guys are listening to the N5OAK Thursday Night Net, a service of the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. It is a control net, so stations, please don't be transmitting until I call on you. My name is Ray. I am your net control operator, and my call sign is K5BZI. And without further ado, we're going to move down my list of regular check-ins. By the way, if you've joined us late and would like to check into tonight's net, hang tight. We're in the middle of, just about the middle of my first round of check-ins, and I will definitely call out for more check-ins when I get to the bottom of the list. So, in the meantime, the next one on my list is from out there in Caldwell County. It's Jerry, KG5PKP. What's happening, Jerry? How are you this week?
I'm doing fine. I just been listening to these people, and they got some interesting projects going, but I don't have anything that exciting, except I'm just sitting here wishing for rain.
Yeah, amen to that, man. I have monkey grass on the side of my house, and it's been there since I've lived in this house almost 8 years, and I've never had it turn brown, and it turned brown this year. That's unusual. Are you able to keep the neighbors nice and watered and fed out there tonight?
Oh yeah, we keep them watered. We got some watering troughs on automatic water, and then I've got some stock tanks, but they're getting mighty low.
Yeah, Roger. Well, hopefully we'll get some rain soon, and your stock tanks and my monkey grass will recover, I hope. Let's see, guys. We've got Jerry here from out in Caldwell County, out there near Lockhart. KG5PKP's with us. If you'd like to jump in and say hi to Jerry, come now with your name and call. All right, nothing heard. Well, say hi to the neighbors for me, Jerry, and we'll catch you next week. Have a great weekend. Next on my list is tonight's question man, KI5UKF Steve, in the dark on video. What's going on, Steve? How are you?
Hey, Ray, I'm good. This is KI5UKF. Thanks for running the net. Not a whole lot going on here. Going through one of those work spells where it kind of seems like it's taken over every waking hour, so I hadn't had a lot of free time to do anything else. But I tell you, when I've gone out, again, as I've so often lamented, my HF rig is all outdoors because I have not ever run a cable into my house yet. So when I go out there in that misery, it has not been great on propagation, but I did have a bright point yesterday that I put out on the propagation channel where I talked to Santiago, Chile, and the surprising thing wasn't that I could hear him and he could hear me, but he said I was S9 plus 10, which is amazing for my 100-watt, 85-foot wire in the backyard to be pushing a plus 10 in Chile. Again, he must have a really great receiving antenna, so I was just happy to make that contact yesterday on 10 meters. I guess 10 meters had a little bit of an opening yesterday, but overall the HF has been, I don't know, pretty much dismal for me, at least the times I've checked in. I don't know about everybody else. But anyway, pretty quiet on the radio front, and hope everybody's doing well. And again, thank you for running the net, and back to you.
Yeah, man, I saw that pop up on Discord. Congratulations on that Santiago contact on 10 meters. That's pretty cool. Maybe, just maybe, you'll get a QSL card from the guy. That'd be even cooler. All righty, guys. We've got Steven here. Steve, KI5UKF. If you'd like to jump in and say hi with Steve, come now and with your name and call.
K5JM, Sam.
Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Steve, this is Sam in South Austin. That's pretty cool about your 10-meter contact to Santiago. I was actually in Santiago, Chile, earlier this year at the end of January, and what struck me about walking around the city It's a very urban kind of place. Kind of reminds me of like a big El Paso. It's kind of like in the mountains, but dry. But it does get cold in the wintertime, which is, of course, opposite. On top of a lot of the buildings, I did see HF-looking antennas, like beams and Yagis and stuff. So I wonder if maybe you made a CUSA with one of those people. That was pretty cool to hear.
Yeah, Sam, I don't know. I asked QRZ to confirm the contact, and we'll see kind of what happens from that. I did look at his page. I just don't remember the details right now because there was a few other contacts I made yesterday, and I really wasn't. It was kind of one of those in and out deals where you're just trying to get on the radio for a few minutes and see what you can do, and you got 15 minutes and see what happens. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm glad you got to make it down there. It looks like a beautiful place, and again, just so far away. I mean, I guess it's just kind of mind-boggling how far away it is. So, good to hear from you, Sam, and hope to do another Parks on the Air activation with you in the near future. KF5 UKF.
Chile. Boy, I want to go to Machu Picchu so bad. It's definitely on my bucket list. I'd be happy to go anywhere in South America, but yeah, Chile would be super cool. Alrighty, guys. We've got, it's not Chile, no, it's Chile. Where's Machu Picchu? Peru? It's in Peru. Okay, I'll go to Peru too. The wife straightened me out over here. Thank you, man. Thank you, hon. Alright, guys, we still got Steve with us. KI5 UKF is here. If you'd like to come say hi, jump in now if you can.
And 5SMO.
Go ahead, Bill.
Hey Steve, yeah man, thanks for the tip on that guy. I heard him but he was looking for like South Dakota and then North Dakota, so I didn't want to interrupt his QSOs. He sounded like he had a list he was working down. But yeah, it's if you get out in your shack in the mornings, like from around daylight till about 9:30, 20 meters has been pretty good. Not DX great good, but if you like to hunt parks on the air parks, you know, stuff that's like a 900 or say like a 700 to a 1500 mile hop is coming in pretty good at that time of the morning, and the band noise is still kind of low. So, you know, you can look on the POTA Parks on the Air spotting page and pull those guys out. You don't have to log anything for them to get credit. It's all the activators logs that they submit, and so that's an option. But yeah, man, the 10 meters is been working really good for digi stuff too. If you ever get a chance to get on that, and I've been seeing South Africa and some of the European Central Europe stations coming in on 10 meters on the morning now as we get closer to winter solstice. That's all I wanted to say. Back to you, Steve, and the net, M5SMO.
Yeah, Bill, thanks for all that. First of all, I want to say I missed your psychedelic, colorful chair and your White Russians on the Discord video. So, you know, we'd love to have you back in the video chat anytime if you ever want to join us. Second, yeah, as far as the 20 meters, I do hit some morning times. I think you gave me the idea of getting up a little earlier. I start work at 0700 every morning, Monday through Friday, so I don't have a lot of time. But I can get up a little bit earlier, and I've done that a few times and had some pretty good luck on 20 meters. Totally agree. And certainly within the U.S., you know, great propagation, super clear signals, super low noise floor. I'm down to S2, S3 on noise then, which it'll go twice that any other time of the day. And then as far as the digi, I just again I'm running out of excuses now because I keep saying I'm a new ham operator, but I guess I'm down into 2 years now, so I guess it's probably time to figure out how to plug in my radio to a computer, and so I guess I'll get around to that. But thanks for the advice, really appreciate it. Back to you, Net Control.
All right. Well, good stuff there. Let's see if anybody else has anything for Steve before we let him go tonight, guys. We got KI5 UKF here with us.
KI5 YLS.
Go ahead, Cody.
Hey, Steve, what's going on, man? Just wanted to say real quick, coming from someone who likes RGBs and lights, you need some lights in the background of your video.
Well, Cody, that sounds pretty cool, and I'll definitely, give that some look. All right. Well, thanks for that comment. Appreciate it. Back to you, Net Control.
Yeah, Cody's got his own little disco going on in there, so it's good to have him on video. Except that I might I might drop down into. Never mind. What is it called when you some people are susceptible to strobe lights? Yeah. Anyway, seizure. I might have a seizure. That's what I was trying to say. Wow, man, I'm one cog off tonight, guys. I appreciate you dealing with me and working with me on that. All right, guys, let's move on down the list before I lose it. Let's see. Next on my list is Brant, NF5 Yankee. November Fox 5 Yankee is Brant. He's with us tonight. Brant, what's going on, man? I like that call.
Hey, Ray. Thanks. It took me a while to get used to that call. I just sort of jumped at it because I wanted a Vantage, like a 2x1. It wasn't the one that I dreamed of, but it is 2x1, so I'll take it. I'm just sitting here programming a couple of UV5Rs by Baofeng. I kind of had limited funds, but I kind of wanted to buy something, so I bought some Baofengs. And these are interesting. I didn't realize it, but these puppies can transmit on any frequency. Doesn't matter if it's a ham frequency or not. Not that I would ever do that, but it's kind of like it feels kind of liberating. And that's all I got. Good to hear everyone. In NF5Y, back to net.
Yeah, right on. Are you doing it manually, or do you have the cable?
I finally figured out how to use Chirp, and I got a cable and everything.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I've got the cable, and I installed Chirp one day, but it kind of confused me a little, and so I kind of moved on and went and did something else. So I should definitely sit down and actually figure it out and reprogram my UV5R, because I have VHF and UHF frequencies in both A and B. And so I'd like to set it up where A is just 2 meter and B is 440. But I haven't gotten around to doing that in the, 10 years since I bought that radio. That's one thing about that little UV5R, I'll tell you. I've had mine for probably 10 years and it's never failed me. So, yeah, for the money, you can't beat it. All right, guys, we got Brant here with us in F5Y. If you'd like to jump in and say hi, come now with your name and call.
And 5SML.
Go ahead, Bill.
Hey, this comment applies to you too, Ray. Chirp is like the greatest thing since sliced bread, man, because it has a lookup into repeater book, and you have like a tab, like a spreadsheet tab open for the radio, and you go to the external link and you pull up repeater book and you put in a search, whether it's a zip code or a city name or a state, and give it a radius, and it'll pull up all the repeaters. And, you can tell it what bands to pull up specific bands. And then it's all there in that other tab, and all you do is cut and paste the ones from the one tab over to the other tab. It's just like doing an Excel spreadsheet, man. Makes it so nice and easy. That's all I wanted to say. Back to net at 5SMO.
Yeah, that sounds pretty neat. I should break that out tomorrow or the next day. My work has been kind of light, so maybe I'll get on that. I should get it done. Anybody else have anything for Brant tonight? All right, nothing heard, Brant. Have a great weekend, my friend, and we'll catch you later on down the log. Let's see, next on my list tonight is my nephew Cody, KI5YLS, from Fort Cavazos, Texas. Hey, I remembered it. What's going on, Cody? How are you?
What's going on, my uncle? This is KI5YLS, Cody for Station ID. You are right. You got it correct this time. Although, like I said, I don't think a single person over here calls it Cavazos. I think everyone calls it Hood still because they thought the whole name change was kind of dumb. Let's see, what's been going on with me? Well, I've been working like crazy. Last Friday, I got to go out to the club. I got to go dance with a bunch of people. let's see. Other than that, just been working, uploaded a couple of YouTube videos the last couple of days. Matter of fact, I uploaded one yesterday, and it's already sitting at over 200 views, which is my highest viewed video on my channel now, which is crazy. I didn't think that one was going to get up that high. But hey, I'll take it. And let's see, what else has been going on? Was going to stream, but my internet was acting funny, so I'm not streaming right now until I figure out what's going on with that. Probably just the hot weather. Definitely ready for some rain. Ready for some cooler weather, for sure. Let me reset real quick. Other than that, not a whole lot else has been going on. My grandmother says hi to everyone. So she says hello. Let's see, what else? I plan, gonna try to be at the club meeting and at the potluck. Hopefully that makes up for the fact that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it to Winterfield Day that's coming up here. I just have to see how everything plans out from now till then. But hopefully if I make it to the meeting and to the potluck, it'll make up for the fact if I can't go. What else? I think that's about it. So with that being said, I'm going to sit over here and sip on my Jack Daniel's Southern Peach drink and send it back to Nat, back to my uncle.
Well, all right, sir. Yeah, going to the club and dancing, boy, that's been a while for me, and definitely had my share of those nights all back in my 20s. So it sounds like fun. And, yeah, tell Mom I said hi. Glad she's there and checking in. And I wanted to mention to you in particular, knowing that you have that awesome big 2-meter beam on top of that push-up pole in your backyard, that what Bill has been talking about with this early morning propagation, it's happening on 2 meters, my friend. So you should definitely be getting up right around the dawn and pulling up the VHF map and swinging that antenna around, see if you can't get on 520 and make some long-distance contacts. Because I promise you, if Bill can make contact to Beaumont on a vertical with your beam, you could probably hit Louisiana on a good day, so at least. So you should definitely check that out, man. You've got the perfect setup for it over there. All right, let's see if anyone's got anything for you tonight. Guys, we got KI5YLS Cody from all the way out there in in the town formerly known as Fort Hood, now Fort Cavazos. It's official. It's on the street sign on 35. So if you'd like to jump in and say hi to Mr. Fort Cavazos, come now with your name and call.
KI5 UKF.
Go ahead, Steve.
Hey, Cody. Good hearing from you. Hope you're doing well. I was just curious. I know last time you had a job in the food industries, but you were looking somewhere else. Just curious where you ended up. You said you've been doing a lot of work. I don't know if you picked up more hours at the food place or if you had another gig. So what's up?
Yeah, Steve. So I'm still working at Chipotle. I'm working usually about 3 days a week. They've split up our days between me and a new dishwasher that they hired, because that's what I do, I'm a dishwasher. And they hired a new dishwasher, and they split up our days, so I'm getting 3 days a week. I just recently told them that one of the days that I don't want to work is Thursday, so y'all should be hearing me on the nets again, and not for short time check-in. I haven't really been looking for another gig. What I've been doing is I've been going back to school to get my GED, and then I'm going to get my welding license, and I'm gonna find me a welding job that way. So yeah, that's still at the Chipotle job. I've been using the heck out of the free meal that I get when I'm on shift, and just been taking it day by day, basically. Back to you.
All right, man. Sounds great. Sounds like you're making some progress there. I wish you the best of luck. Back to you, Nat.
All right, good stuff. Let's see and good luck on that GED there, Cody. Hope you get it soon. Let's see if anybody else has anything for you tonight. Anybody else want to say hi to Cody? KI5YLS is here. All right, nothing heard. Have a great weekend, Cody, and don't work too hard, and we will catch it. Don't forget to get up early and see what you can do about making some contacts on 2 meters. And let you have it back. Looks like you have something to say. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say thank you for the good luck on the GED. I've taken all the tests. I passed 2 out of the 4. I passed science and I think it was social studies. Yeah, science and social studies. So math and language arts I got to go retake. So I'm working on that, and then I got to do 70 hours of class time in order to possibly sign up for welding classes that are, if they were to get paid by the school. But we're going to go talk to financial aid and see what they could possibly do for me. I might be able to get on my grandfather, or through my grandfather. Also, I wanted to ask you real quick, Ray, what would it take? I'm going to expose you here on the net. What would it take? You said it's been a while since you've been out. What would it take? How much nephew appreciation would it take for you to see if your old body could keep up with me on a night on 6th Street?
Oh man, I have paid my dues on that street, buddy. I don't know if I can handle it anymore these days. But yeah, we'll talk. I could probably still keep up with you that night, but then I'd have to take like the whole next week off of work to recover. So, anyways, that's just kind of how that goes. All right, thanks for checking in, Cody, man. Have a great weekend. Good luck and all that stuff, and we'll catch you later on. Last but not least on my list here was Robert checked in. KJ5 Charlie Indy Papa Newham. Are you still with us, Robert? If so, how was your week, and tell us what you've been up to. KJ5, Charlie India Papa, CIP. This is the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. Are you still with us? All right, I guess he checked out. Well, in that case, let's do a station ID and open the floor up for more check-ins. You guys are listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. Our call sign is N5OAK, and we're on this frequency and others on every Thursday night at 8 p.m. for this net. And we have just finished our first round of regular check-ins. My name is Ray. I'm the program director. That was what I was just about to say. I am net control for the evening. So without further ado, let's open it up for more check-ins. If you'd like to check in for tonight's net, come down with your name and call sign, please.
This is KI5 and OK, Anderson.
This is Kilo Golf 5, Kilo Victor Juliet, Garrett and Buda.
This is Kilo Charlie 3, November Alpha Golf, Randy, Andersonville.
That's you. Anybody else want to check in? Don't be shy. Come now with your name and call sign. All right, nothing heard. That means we're going to jump back up to the top there and check in with Anderson, KI5NLK. Hello, sir. What's new in your world this week?
Oh, Ray, there's nothing new in my neck of the woods. My business, my company, we're selling an office and moving everything. I know I've told that story before, but we're doing it again. So just been staying busy with all that kind of junk. I've been AWOL, but it's good to hear you on. It's good to
hear everybody talking about stuff. So, yeah, I got nothing radio to add though.
Well, I mean, we got you checked in. That's cool. It's good to hear from you, buddy. As always, you don't always have to have interesting topics to bring up. We just love to hear from you, man. And it sounds like you guys are doing good over there. And man, yeah, moving offices, yikes. My wife's actually doing that. They're downsizing their location because nobody comes into the office anymore, and they're actually moving upstairs. So that's a lot of fun. Well, let's see if anybody's got anything for you there this week, Anderson. KI5NLK is with us, y'all. If you'd like to jump in here and say hi, come now with your name and call.
No, wait, and if nobody has anything, there was one other thing I wanted to tell you, Ray, and other people can hear this too. I was so happy with myself. I got the medical thing back from the FAA, and they were like, yeah, cool, your diabetes and all, great, it's under control, so we'll clear you. You can fly for like 6 months before we have to get more medical information. Totally unrelated, but I was so happy about that.
Right on, man. And by fly, you mean pilot the plane, correct?
Yeah, not just ride around on one, but actually fly one. So for my birthday, my 40th birthday, my wife got me a Discovery flight down in New Braunfels. So I'm gonna have to go. I get to fly a plane. That'll be super fun.
That is awesome, man. Good luck. I hope that goes well for you. When is that happening? When you turn 40?
Well, I already turned 40 in August, so now I'm just over the hill and old, and who knows what'll happen, right?
Yeah, well, you're not falling apart yet till you get over 50, and then it's all really downhill from there. Well, good luck, man. Happy birthday, and welcome to 40. And let's see, I guess we'll check in with you later on. Next on my list is Garrett, Kilo Golf 5, Kilo Victor Juliet. Garrett joined us on Tuesday nights lately, and it's been a while. It's been good to hear from you there, man. Tell us how things are going down your way.
Hey, Ray, thanks for running the net tonight. Always appreciate hearing your voice on the air. Not a whole lot new in the neighborhood for me, man. Just nothing's really changed since Tuesday night. So anyway, I'll kick it back to you. KG5, KVJ, back to net.
All right. Well, I think you told us on Tuesday that your daughter Matilda's about to turn 1, and she's starting to just about talk. Isn't that right?
It is dang near close to it, yeah. A whole lot of baby babble coming out of her now, and she's, I have her on my hip, and where she wants to walk around, she'll point in the direction she wants to go. And I think the most fitting phrase for little kids, man, is they're savage humans. And just imagine how we were 10,000 years ago. It's just and then she'll just point in the direction she wants to go, and I'm gonna walk her over that way. And yep, her first birthday is on the 16th of September. Not that I want to advertise her personal information, but yep, that's what we got planned. And there's gonna be a blow up apparatus here for people to break their arms on. If Mike wants to come over, he can break his hip. KG5, KVJ, back to net.
Right on, man. Bouncy house. Those are fun. Cool, man. Well, I wish her a happy birthday for us. Beforehand, and we'll glad to hear she gonna be the big number 1. Let's see if anybody's got anything for you tonight, guys. Garrett's here, Kilo Golf 5, Kilo Victor Juliet, man. KG5 KVJ's here if you'd like to jump in and say hi. Alrighty, sir. Have a good weekend, and get well soon. Hope your arm's feeling better, and we'll catch you next time around. Next on my list is Randy, KC3NAG from up there in, where'd you say you were? You said Spicewood Springs area, right? What's going on, Randy?
Hey, Ray. No, Anderson Mill. Oh, no, you keep thinking Spicewood. I don't know why. I'm like almost a mile directly east of Krusty Rusty.
Yeah, Anderson Mill. Yeah, I don't know. To me, I'm a Southie man, so everything north is Spicewood Springs. What's been going on?
Well, I got nothing. I pretty much got nothing. Like, 40 and 20 have been, like, crappy by the time I get on, well, after 10 o'clock at night, pretty much. And, yeah, I got nothing. Back to you, Ray.
Yeah, that kind of seems to be the theme for the night, huh? It's like, hey, if you're boring and you haven't got anything to share with us, please check in tonight. I tell you, man, my week has been pretty boring as well, so I get it. It's just dog days of summer, and everyone's trying to knuckle down until it cools off, I guess, and that's just kind of how it goes. But I do appreciate you checking in. It's always good to hear from you, man, and everybody who's checked in tonight with nothing to share. It's great to hear from everybody, and we really, really couldn't have a net without check-ins, and couldn't have a club without the great guys we got. So thank you for checking in. Let's see if anyone wants to say hi. We got Randy here, guys. KC3NAG from up there in Andersonville area. If you'd like to jump in and say hi, come now. Yeah, go ahead. Take it away.
Just wanted to say hi to Randy. Don't have any questions for you, Randy. Just saying hi. I'll pile me on to the end of the check-ins after you're done with the next couple of evenings.
Yeah, well, hi. Thank you.
Anybody else want to check in with Randy?
KI5, well.
Go ahead, Cody.
Well, if it isn't my winter day overnight buddy, how's it going, Randy?
Hey there, Cody. I heard you're trying to get close to get your welding certificate, so that's really cool, man.
Oh yeah, gotta figure something out with my life and a career. Otherwise, I'm gonna be stuck in the same merry-go-round as I'm stuck in right now if I don't. So welding is hopefully my way out. But we'll see how it goes. Right now, just working on my GED one step at a time. Like you.
Well, that's what it takes, man. One step at a time. Like, that's the same way with pretty much everything, Like, take ham radio, for instance, You don't know it all when you start, right, man?
So true. It's amazing how much I have learned just in the last 5 years. It's crazy. Let's see. Anybody else got anything for Randy tonight? KC3NAG is with us. Yeah, I was just telling someone recently that I basically memorized about half of the general license exam, and nowadays, it's been about 5 or 6 years since I took it, and nowadays I could probably go past it because of what I've learned in the meantime, so. Anyways, thanks for checking in, Randy. Have a great weekend, man. And, guys, Randy was the last one on my list, so that station AI5 is all I got. Can you give me a call sign one more time, please?
Alpha India 5, Juliet Tango. This is Rick and Leander.
Hey, Rick and Leander. How's your week been?
Very good. I joined the Thursday night net late because this is the first Thursday of the month. The Williamson County Amateur Club has their meetings on the first Thursday. So I just got out of that. Sat in on a presentation. Let me pause for reset. This past Saturday morning, instead of going to Waterloo, I went with a fellow ham out to the Cove Repeater Association in Coppers Cove, their monthly meeting, which was this past Saturday morning. I had a great breakfast and sat and watched several very impromptu presentations. There were someone just stood up and where they sat and spoke for 10, 20 minutes and then sat down, and the next person got up and did their thing. And it was and they had a raffle. And it was a really nice meeting. About 50 plus, maybe 55 people in attendance. I was impressed.
Wow, 50 plus people in attendance. That's, I mean, I think we had our largest our last meeting, I think we had 48, and I think that was the largest one we've ever had. So that's interesting. And yeah, my nephew lives out there and has attended a couple of those Copper's Cove meetings. So I'm wondering. I guess he probably missed this last Saturday's one, but we'll have to ask him. KI5 YLS, did you go Saturday?
I did not, but that's a cool little group out there at the Copper's Cove group. They make you feel welcome, and I'll be honest with you, I wasn't listening. I'm sorry, so I don't know what I missed, but if someone wants to repeat it back to me, but no, I did not go out Saturday. Matter of fact, I haven't been to any of their meetings lately. I need to go by there and visit again. Back.
Yeah, we're visiting with Rick, AI5JT, and he was saying that he had gone to their meeting Saturday morning, and there were 50 plus people at the meeting. That's pretty cool. All right, Rick. Well, thanks for checking in. Let's see if anyone's got anything for you this night. Rick is here with us, guys. AI5JT. If you'd like to come in and say hi, come now with your name and call.
KI5 YLS. I'll talk to you.
Yeah, go ahead, Cody.
Hey, Mr. Rick. It's KI5 YLS, Cody. I was just talking to my uncle there. So you said you went out to the Cove meet. Are they doing anything coming up? Because like I said, I haven't been able to get around to going over there in a minute, but a very nice group. They were very welcoming, and they always hold their meets at the Little Tex restaurant, and some good food too. So I was just curious if I'd missed anything important or not.
The president, who I think is also like the fire chief for Copper's Cove, was looking for folks to volunteer to basically just man the local repeaters, so that if visiting hams were there for the next eclipse, that they could direct them to whatever they might need, emergency and non-emergency, like where can I get them to eat, where's the hospital, things like that.
Okay, alright, yeah, it doesn't sound like I missed too terribly a lot. But I will, are you close enough to where you may go on a regular basis? Because if you are, then I'll say, I might see you there, but if you're not, then, but I will for sure make my ways around back over there again once I get the chance. I'm off Saturdays too, so I really have no excuse for not going. I just need to go.
Well, the nice thing is, unlike the Williamson County breakfast, it's a little bit more reasonable time. It's not at 6 a.m., it's at 7:30. And the drive up there is like, for me, less than an hour. I'm very likely expect to be there for the first Saturday of next month for their next meeting.
All right, no problem. Well, I'll send it back to Ned. It was good talking to you, and Ray, hopefully that player's okay. I noticed everyone kneeling on the TV.
All right, Roger. He's running to the sideline, so it looks like he's all right. All right, Mr. Parrish, Mr. Rick, AI5JT, thanks for checking in, my friend, and you have a great weekend. Rick is the last one on my list, guys. If there's anybody else who'd like to check in, who's joined us late, come now with your name and call sign and check in, please.
Kilo 7 Tango Victor Alpha, David in North Austin.
Hello, David. How's it going?
Pretty good. It's been a tough week. A lot of little projects getting taken care of at work, and then back into the grind of teaching classes next week. not too much to report radio-wise. CWNet was great today. Justin was the star of the show. Everyone wanted to talk to him. I didn't get in with him, but I had a contact with Sam. Well, actually, that's not correct. Mona had a contact with Sam, her first CW contact. Mona is my cat. But there's a great photo of her getting ready to key up in the CW Ops channel for anybody who likes CAS or Morse code, especially together. Reset. And I finished version 1 of a project, which is a frame that goes around my 2-meter or my dual band mobile radio and then fits inside of a bag. So it kind of creates airspace around the radio for operating inside the bag, like on the go mobile kind of operation, like a go bag, go kit kind of deal. I'm working on version 2. Version 1's not quite ready for prime time, but you can also see it in that photo with Mona there, the version 1 of that. That's about all I got. So back to you, Ray. Got in the log and pumped your numbers up. There's Kilo 7 Tango Victor Alpha for ID.
All right, good stuff, man. Well, say hi to Mona for us, and appreciate you checking in. And let's see if anyone would like to say hi to you guys. David's here. K7TVA is with us. If you'd like to jump in and say hi, come down with your name and call.
K5JM.
Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, David. Yeah, it was good working Mona, and she's got a good paw there, so yeah, definitely appreciated that. And yeah, I was going to ask you about your in the picture there you sent in the channel. I saw the little roll cage there for the mobile rig, and it looked pretty cool. So that makes sense. It's to go in a bag, so it's kind of giving some airflow. So yeah, it's off to a really cool start.
Yeah, roll cage is a great name for it. Thanks for that. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, keep it up. And thanks for letting the Mona hop on there. And hope to work her again. K5JM, nice to meet.
All right. Anybody else want to jump in and say hi to David? K7TVA. You know, it's very fitting that Mona would jump in, given Pat's cat theme for the CWNet. And by the way, guys, if you don't know what the CWNet is, it's every Thursday night before this net at 7:30 on or around 30. I always get this wrong. 3532 plus or minus on the 80-meter band, which is, by the way, the technician legal portion. So any and all can join the CWNet that happens, like I say, every week at 7:30 before this net. And they're really forgiving, guys, so you don't even have to be all that great to jump in. They would love to have you. Alrighty, sir. Have a great weekend, and keep up the good work on the project. The go bag thing looks pretty awesome, and we'll catch you later on. That was my last one on the list. Anybody else before we move on, guys? Check-ins for the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net.
This is KG5UZS. In and out, no traffic.
All right, Kilo Golf 5, Uniform Zebra Sierra, in and out, no traffic. Have a great weekend, sir, and we'll catch you later.
Thank you, sir. KG5UZS.
Anybody else want to check in tonight?
K5JM.
KI5PZN.
All right, we got Sam and Ernesto, and Sam was in first, so K5JM. Go ahead, Sam. What's been new in your world, man?
Hey, yeah, I figured Ray had some sniping comments. I might as well check in there, and I have the time. So, yeah, thanks for running the net tonight. This is K5JM. And, yeah, the CWNet was a good success. They actually got busy enough we broke off into 2 frequencies, so there you go. Glad to have people down there and to work everybody. But no, radio-wise, let's see. I'm sure everyone remembers Jake, KB5GRT, formerly of Austin. He moved out to West Texas there, to the Fort Davis area. Anyways, he encouraged me to check into the Big Bend emergency net, which is Saturday mornings. They start taking check-ins around 8:15 on 3.992, I believe it is. You can check out their website. And anyways, I had checked into there for a while and was able to be heard out there in West Texas by the net control, and kind of cool to hear everyone out there doing their thing. It's just a weekly net that they have, and focus on preparedness and stuff. But anyone in the, I guess who can hear them, can check in. So that was kind of cool to check into that. And if you're curious, I can happily drop a link in the chat.
Yeah, please do. I was going to ask for the date and time information again. I was able to jot down the frequency, but I missed when it was. So yeah, if you don't mind, that'd be awesome. And that's cool that you were able to jump in and check in with those guys. Did you make contact with Jake during the net?
The net control's kind of down there a bit, so they have a roundtable portion at the end. So no, we didn't have a direct queue. But he told me he could hear me, and then I could hear him check in as well. I sent him a message later. But yeah, I'll drop that in there. And yeah, so it's the Big Bend Amateur Radio Club, and they have a really widespread area out there that they kind of incorporate. And so yeah, people are just using the NBIS principles on 80 meters to kind of use HF communications to communicate locally, since they have such a broad span out there. And yeah, so I think normally the way it works is they have a roster, so if you check in a couple times, you end up on the roster. But if you're patient and you kind of listen, they'll kind of run through geographically, by Austin and different cities with the stations they have. But usually at the end there's a spot, for new people to check in. And yeah, I'll drop a link for you.
Yeah, great. I definitely want to check that out. That sounds interesting. I have been working from the shack the last few days and monitoring the Parks on the Air spotting page, and there was a guy in Corpus, and I could hear everybody but him. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I was on 20, so that's probably why. 80 might be a little better. But right on. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I want to check that out. Guys, we got Sam here. K5JM is with us. If you'd like to come in and say hi, come now to name and call.
And 5SMO.
Go ahead, Bill.
Hey, Sam, you said Saturday morning for that net? I thought it was Sunday, but I could be wrong. You sure it's Saturday?
Oh, you're right, Bill. I totally misspoke. Yeah, usually it's Sunday mornings. You start taking check-ins around 8:15, but usually you'll hear chatter starting around 8 o'clock if you're early bird race. So yeah, if you're really motivated on Sunday morning to get up at 8 a.m. and check them out, yeah, you can usually hear them on 3922 upper sideband, or I think this is upper side. Is it upper or whatever? It's sideband. I guess that'd be lower sideband probably.
Cool. Yeah, I thought maybe I had it wrong, but yeah, thanks for clarifying that. And yeah, I've listened to those guys, and usually there's some guys on there earlier checking in if you want to be able to see if you can even hear them. And it's pretty interesting. I've never had any luck getting in with my antenna on 80 meters. It works on Digi, but that's about it on 80 for me. So someday I'll have an 80 meter antenna back to net at 5SMO.
Yeah, Roger, looking at the website right now, Sam, so thank you very much for that. I'm definitely going to try and see what I can do on Sunday. 8 a.m. is tough, but I'll make an exception. As I was saying earlier, I don't know if you're with us, but Bill was talking about how propagation's been so good on 2 meters early in the morning, so I'm gonna try over the next few days and see if I can't get up and catch some of that. So Sunday will be a good time to do both, knock out both of those 2 meters and see if I can hear the Big Bend guys. That'd be great. All right, let's see if anyone else has anything for you there, Sam. K5JM's with us, guys. If you'd like to say hi, come now. All right, nothing heard, Sam. Have a good one, and we will catch you next time around. Next on my list is Ernesto, KI5PZN. Hello, Ernesto. What's happening?
KI5PZN. Hey Ray, thanks for running the net, and hello to everybody listening and participating. Boring adult here, just busy with work. But I've been listening to HF in the afternoons and evenings, and also 11 meters. I was going to say too. It's been very, very active. 11 meters. I've been hearing people from Australia and New Zealand, which is pretty wild on the 11 meter type band. And there's a lot of activity also above the 40, channel 40, from all over the place. But let's see. Yeah, aside from that, the usual stuff. Just looking forward for the weekend. And breakfast at Waterloo Ice House on Burnett, just south of 183 on Saturday at 8 a.m. But we stay there for a few hours, so more than welcome everybody to go and join us. The fun breakfast. That's about it, man. Kind of like I said, boring adult life. Back to net control. This is KI5PZN.
Yeah, man. That's like I said. That's been the theme tonight. Everyone's just kind of in the summertime groove. So there hasn't been everyone keeps saying, "Oh, geez, I feel sorry, but not a whole lot to share." So again, that's been kind of the theme this evening. So no big deal there. I'm glad to have you checked in. It's always good to hear from you. And take care. Let's see if anyone would like to say hi. KI5PZN is here, guys. Ernesto is here. If you'd like to come say hi to him, come now with your name and call. All righty, sir. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next time around. Anybody else want to check in? Check-ins for tonight's Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday night net. Come now with your name and call. All right, nothing heard. Well, let's see if anybody has any last business for the net tonight. If you do, come now with your name and call. Okay, nothing heard. Well, let me give you a net rundown for the week. Starting on Sundays, Ernesto and Maria do their wind-down net at 7:30 p.m. on this repeater network, and it's typically also connected to the KA5D system. Again, Kyle's been having some technical difficulties over there, so be patient with that link. If you're not able to connect with it, you might want to just try one of our repeaters first until Kyle gets his bugs worked out over there. That's at 7:30 p.m. and right before that at 7 is the Travis County Aries net. That's 7 p.m. every Sunday right before the 7:30 weekend wind down net. On Monday nights at 8 p.m. we have a couple of things. We've got the A&M University net that happens on DMR. You can check our DMR machine out. It's located in North Austin, and the frequency is eluding me right now. It's been so long since I've used it that I can't remember the frequency of it. So go check out our website at n50ak.org for that frequency. But that's at 7, and then at 8. That's at 8 p.m. and also at 8 p.m. on the 147320 machine. On the flagship Oak Hill machine is the weekly YL net. The YL net's pretty cool. We connect to a repeater system just south of Dallas with a group there that does an all-female net, always a female host, and the first portion of the net is females only. And then once they get all the females checked in, then they open the floor for everybody. And it's a good opportunity for one of their main objectives is for those ladies who are the YL of a ham that are not licensed to get on the air. So the ham will introduce them, and then she can get on the air and talk with the ladies there. So it's a really interesting net, a lot of fun to listen to, and even you can check in. So you don't even have to have a YL to check in. They encourage everyone towards the end of the net. So definitely check out the weekly YL net on the 147320 and the 147250. Every Monday night at 8. Tuesday night is Southside Simplex. We call it that because it started down south, and it matches the frequency, 146.555 FM Simplex, sort of a round table rag 2. It's very loosely organized, and we like to get together and just chew the rag every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. If we can hear you, if you can hear us, we can hear you, and if we can't hear you, someone can, and we'll relay for you. We did a lot of relaying actually last week. We had a couple guys from way out in Dripping Springs Hills that couldn't quite make it in, but I can hear them, and so we just relayed it. So it works out really well, and it's a great way to really stretch the legs on your installation there on 2 meters. There is a Northstar Digital Net on DMR as well at 7 p.m. on Tuesdays that might be worth checking out, so go check that out as well. Wednesdays is the UT Amateur Radio Club's Wednesday Net. It happens at 8 p.m. on this repeater network and the KA5D system. It is actually officially on the KA5D system, which is the University Link system. And so because of that, if Kyle's still having issues, there may be some issues hearing it on this network, although we heard Kyle tonight, so we're hopeful that that'll be working fine for Wednesday's UT Amateur Radio Club Net. Go support the guys at the UT Amateur Radio Club. Great group of guys over there. Let's see. Thursdays, 7:30 p.m. is the CW. Happens right before this net on 3532, give or take, on the 80-meter dial. And they're really, really forgiving, as I mentioned earlier. It doesn't matter how bad you are. I'm a terrible CW operator, and they let me check in. So they were so busy tonight, apparently, that they had to go jump into 2 different frequencies. So that's pretty cool. I meant to mention that when Sam brought it up and forgot. So that's pretty cool stuff. And then, of course, the Thursday night net here at 8 p.m. every Thursday night with a different net control operator just about every week. So come, don't be shy, check in, come join us every Thursday here. Friday nights, there's not a whole lot going on Friday nights except for once a month, Ernesto is going to be traveling with the Traveling Taco Net to a different amateur radio operator's QTH every time and hosting from that amateur radio operator's shack. I'm looking forward to his visit to my shack. It sounds like a lot of fun, and I was able to catch the first one a couple weeks ago, and it was pretty awesome. So keep your ears open for Ernesto's next Traveling Friday Taco Net. Looks like the next one is on the 29th. I scrolled down a little bit, so it looks like the next one's on the 29th of this month at 7 p.m. And Saturdays, the KLBJ Club has their news and information net at 10 a.m. That's the Lhasa High School group. Great group there as well, so go check that out. And then at 7 p.m. is the AARC Elmer Net. So 10 a.m. for the Lhasa High School group's net. And that's on this frequency and the KA5D system, of course. And then 7 p.m. is the Austin Amateur Radio Club Elmer Net over on 920. So, or 146.9. Anyway, the Austin Amateur Radio Club Net, Elmer Net on their frequency. I'm just like cog off again, guys. Like I said earlier, I appreciate your patience. So that wraps up your week of nets, and that wraps up this week's net as well. So thanks everybody who joined us. As always, it was a blast, and we appreciate everyone checking in tonight. Like I said before, we can't have a net without check-ins, and thankfully we have an awesome group of guys that love to come join us every Thursday night. You can find out more about our club and make donations at n50ak.org. You can join us on our Discord server by going to the website and clicking the big purple button that will send you to the place where you can join us. And, of course, don't forget about Facebook. We got a really good Facebook presence over there with posts on the reg, so go check that out as well. That's all for the net tonight. This has been the N50AK Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. My name is Ray, call sign K5BZI. I have been the host tonight. Thank you, everybody. 7-3, have a great weekend. I now return this frequency to regular amateur use.
and 5KG exit.